I'm just gonna stay here while this bunny decides what it's gonna do. There it goes. Okay, welcome to this calming vagus nerve Hatha to yin class. We're gonna start standing and you're gonna have your feet maybe a little wider than hip width apart, and we're just gonna do some knocking on the door of life. Let your arms swing really easy. So the intention behind this class is to down regulate your system. We're gonna go from Hatha, standing, and we're gonna come down to yin. So I know that sometimes when you come into the still poses in yin yoga, and if you have a lot of restlessness in your body, your mind, or energy, it's really hard to be still. And the reason for that is that you need to, well, you don't need to, but it's a good idea if you release the repressed energy, the pent-up energy, the energy that hasn't been used before you come into stillness. So that's what we're doing in this class. We're down-regulating your nervous system, releasing the energy first so that when we come to stillness, it'll be easier to be still. So this is a great practice to do at the end of your day to release that excess energy, to come into some yin poses and invite stillness to downregulate your nervous system before you go to sleep. Okay, you're gonna come to standing. We're gonna tap on the inside of your arm, up the outside of your arm, and then down the other inside and up the outside. Let's just do the arms. And then just give the chest a little tap, a little up and down. You can smooth it too, and you don't even have to go on the body, so whatever works for you. I find if I have excess energy, it's better to tap on my body, but you do you. I'm gonna go down the side of your body. Other side. And then you're gonna tap on your back. And go down the backs of your legs and up the insides of your legs. And again. One more time. And you can just put your hands on your hips and do big hip circles. And hip circles the other way. And let's just do a little bit of shaking to release any excess tension from the day. Okay, then you're going to come to the top of your mat. And from the top of your mat, we're going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. And we're going to step back into downward facing dog with a big knee bend. So I call this downward facing frog. So bend your knees a lot. And probably have them wider, like as wide as your mat or wider than your mat. I'm staying on my mat just because it's all dirty and wood chips here. But if I was at home, I would take my legs wider than my mat. And then you're going to walk back. So press into your right hand, lift your left hand, press into your left hand, lift your right hand, and come back into a squat. And from here, we're going to roll up to standing. And we're going to do that again. So when you have sympathetic activation, that fight or flight, you need to move away from it, which we've already done, like run away. So we had some movement, and or push it away. So we're doing the push part. Really think about pushing the floor away from you on this. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands, step back into downward facing frog. So big knee bend, long back, push the floor away from you with your knee, with your hands. And then you're going to press into your right hand, lift your left hand, transfer the weight, press into your left hand, lift your right hand, walk back and back. So that's the pushing. And then roll up to standing. And if that deep knee bend is too much, you can do less of a knee bend. You can come more to like a squat position. Let's do that a couple more times. So you're going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge forward. Plant your hands. Step back into that downward facing frog. So deep knee bend, wide legs. Press the floor away from you. Press into your right hand, lift your left hand, transfer the weight, press into the left hand, lift your right hand, walk back and back. And then roll up. And again. So pay attention to the internal energy, the restlessness, and notice how this pushing the floor away can really help release it. So plant your hands, bend your knees, press the floor away from you. This time lift into your left hand, lift your right hand instead, press into your left hand. Switch, press, and lift. And then you're going to roll up to standing. We're going to do one more like that. So you're going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands. Walk your feet back nice and wide for the downward facing frog. Press the floor away from you. And really press into the left hand, lift your right hand. Transfer the weight. Press into the right hand, lift the left hand. Walk back. And then you're going to roll up to standing. Okay. You can stand wherever you'd like on the mat. And we're going to take our arms in front. You're going to exhale, sit down into chair pose. Open your arms. And then we'll come up. Exhale, sit down into chair pose. Open your arms the other way. So inhale up. Exhale down. There's somebody sunbathing nude on the next cliff over. Inhale up. Buck naked. Exhale down. They just stood up. That's why I'm noticing. Sorry, guys. Inhale. We'll call it a they, but it's a him.
Oh, sorry.
Inhale up. Exhale down and rotate. Up. One more each side. So all this, using your legs and feeling the muscles in your legs will also help to downregulate your nervous system and very much ground you. And inhale up, exhale, release down. Okay, so from here we're going to do some balancing poses. Balancing poses will really take that scattered energy and bring it all back and bring you into a feeling of being centered and grounded. So you're going to stand on your left leg, lift your right leg. Okay, so use your core and your hip flexors to lift your leg, and you can stay here. Point and flex your feet. You can hold on to something if you need to. Okay, you can stay here, or you can take your opposite hand to the opposite knee, and then you could stay here, okay? Or you can tip back and tip up. Tip back. So just adding to that balance challenge. And this will take, as I said, take all that scattered energy and bring you into a more centered and grounded place. So breathe. And then you can lower that down. Let's just give everything a little shake out. Okay, and just pause and notice how you feel. So see if you're feeling more grounded, more centered, if your energy is feeling more settled. Okay, you're gonna stand on your right foot now. And you're gonna use your hip flexor to lift your left knee. And you're gonna stay here, just point and flex your foot. And you can stay here, or you can add that rotation. And you can stay here, or you can add the tip. I'm just gonna stay here while this bunny decides what it's gonna do. There it goes. Okay, release. Okay, and give it everything a little shake out again. Release any tension that you gathered in you just to try and hold the balance. And it's totally normal if one side is more challenging than the other. Okay, we're gonna continue with some balancing. Here you're gonna need your strap. You could do it without a strap too, actually. You're gonna stand on your left leg again. You're going to lift your right knee. You can hook your right foot in the strap. And then we'll send your leg out. Open it to the side. Bring it back. Breathe. Feel the support of your leg. And then cross it over. Bring it back to the center. And then you can lower down. And let's switch the feet. So you're gonna put your belt loop around the ball of your left foot now. Okay, so you'll be standing on your right foot. I'm just trying to find a spot to stand. Okay, and then you're going to lift your knee. And then you're going to extend your leg. Breathe. Open your leg out to the side. Bring it back to the center. Cross it over your body. Come back to center. Okay, I'm really struggling on my right leg. I have a ingrown toenail on my right toe, which is really hurting. It's making it very difficult to stand on my right leg. Okay, we're gonna call that one for me. I think you've been in it long enough. Okay. All right. We're gonna come down now. We're gonna do some cobra pose. So we can come into it through a downward facing dog, I guess. And then we'll do cobra pose with lion's breath, and we're gonna tuck the toes under and come into a plank pose and hold, so more pushing the ground away. So stand at the top of your mat. You're gonna inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, and you're gonna step back into a plank, and then we'll just lower down from here. Okay, you're gonna inhale here. You're gonna exhale, lift, and give me a lion's breath. Stick your tongue out. And then from here, tuck your toes under, come into plank and hold. Push the floor away from you. You can do it on your forearms. You can lower your knees. And then lower your knees if they're not already. Sit back onto your heels. Open up your low back. And then you're going to come forward and back onto your stomach. Take a big breath in. Exhale, come up with lion's breath into cobra. Then you're going to tuck your toes under again and come into plank and hold. Push the floor away from you. Lower your knees, sit back, give your shoulders a break, open up your back. And then come back down onto your stomach. Take a breath here, roll your shoulders back and up. Exhale, lion's breath in cobra. And then tuck your toes under, come into plank, press the floor away from you. Lower your knees, sit back, rest your shoulders, take a break for your head, for your back. And again, onto your stomach. Take a preparatory breath. Exhale, lion's breath in cobra. Tuck your toes under for plank. Lower your knees, sit back for child's pose. And come back onto your stomach one more time. Roll your shoulders back and up, breathe. Exhale, cobra. Tuck your toes under, come into plank. Lower your knees, sit back into child's pose. And then roll up to a comfortable seated position just for a moment. Let's just release those shoulders with a little eagle's arms. And switch sides. And just a little neck release too. Okay, from here we're going to come into pigeon pose. So you might want to have your blanket for this to fill the space. You can also always take keyhole on your back. So we're going to move into the yin portion of the class now. So now that you've had time to release all the tension from your body, or some of the tension from your body, we're going to move into the hold. So bring your left leg forward, your right leg back and long, or you can bend your back right leg as well. And then just fill any space underneath your buttocks, and you can fold forward. We're going to stay here for 3 minutes. Make any adjustments that you need to. You want the weight to be back into your glutes, so you're not feeling it in your knees. And then you can soften and become still. I think I'm going to switch directions because we're kind of uphill here. And that's not feeling good on my knee. And just notice here if all of that movement, that pushing the ground away, the balancing, the strong poses in your legs has helped for you to be comfortable with being still here. And if not, that's completely fine. You can really just feel the restlessness, feel the need to move, and lean into it, breathe into it, instead of fighting it and wishing it was some other way. Okay, take a breath. And then you're going to come up and we'll just lie on our backs and feel the rebound here. And you can always do, remember, you can always do keyhole on your back for the other side. So you're going to do the right side this time, right leg would cross over left. Or you can come up and do pigeon. So this time we'll take our right leg forward. Reach your left leg back and long, fill the space with a blanket or a block. And if it's too much, then we can always bend your back knee as well. Okay, you're going to be here for 3 minutes. Okay, so then again, if that resistance to being still comes up, that's completely normal. It's completely fine. What I find helps me in my own practice is, instead of wishing it wasn't there, trying to push it away or trying to get beyond it, is just to really lean into the resistance, to breathe into the resistance, not to make it go away, but to be present with it. Okay, come back on your back again. And let's feel the rebound on this side, the flow of chi. And then you're going to come upright and you're going to take your blanket and just fold it neatly again and place it at the top of your mat. And you're going to sit on it. And you're going to sit up on it. Extend your right leg and I think well, extend your right leg and bend your left leg. And we'll be here for 3 minutes. So soften and just notice what it's like to be still. So if there's a lot of resistance, notice the resistance and just be present with it with kindness. Okay, slowly up. Let's switch sides. So your left leg will extend, your right leg will bend. And you're going to fold forward here. Okay, so find that appropriate edge, something that you can stay with for 3 minutes. Okay, you're gonna take a breath. You're gonna come up, and then you're gonna find your way down into your final resting position. So find a comfortable Shavasana. I'm gonna stay seated so that I can read you a poem. So find a comfortable resting position so that your body has a chance to integrate all of that practice. And again, if that restlessness shows up, you can always do like a little wiggle on your back to release it. But just notice how you feel at the end of the class. This poem is called The Crystal Gazer by Sarah Teasdale. I shall gather myself into myself again. I'll take my scattered selves and make them one, fusing them into a polished crystal ball where I can see the moon and the flashing sun. I'll sit like a sibyl hour after hour intent, watching the future come and the present go, and the little shifting pictures of people rushing in restless self-importance. I'll gather myself into myself again. I'll take my scattered selves and make them one, fusing them into a polished crystal ball where I can see the moon and the flashing sun. I'll sit like a sibyl hour after hour intent, watching the future come and the present go, and the little shifting pictures of people rushing in restless self-importance. Okay, if you're ready, you can start to wiggle and stretch out, deepen your breathing. And as you're stretching out, I just want to let you know, if you're a member, we have 22 classes for the vagus nerve, for the nervous system, to regulate your nervous system in a vagus nerve playlist course in our membership. And I'll put the link below for members. And I just want to say thank you so much to all of you who practice with me here on YouTube. I received a really heartfelt comment from somebody this week about how much this practice has meant to him. And there was a little guilt in there for not being a member. It's totally fine. Those that can be members, I appreciate you so much. You support us and you enable us to do what we do here on YouTube, but I don't want you ever to feel obligated. It's just to let you know what's in there when I let you know. To that end, thank you so much to all of you who spend your time with me here on YouTube. It means the world to me. There are thousands of incredible yoga teachers on YouTube, and it's not lost on me the time that you take to spend with me. And I just want to acknowledge you for taking this time, for regulating your nervous system today. And you can support the channel by liking the videos, by commenting, I regulated my nervous system, by sharing the videos with other people that you think would be supportive. All of these things help so much, and they allow us to share this type of yoga with other people. So I'm sending you so much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as the Pacific Ocean. May you be as rooted as the old growth trees in our forest, and may you be as strong as our mountains.